Panther set, also known as book set, starts with a Ginglai salutation or bow in. We return to chambered hands and attention stance. The left hand starts palm up and does a full circle. We come to completion approximately chin height, rotate the palm down, and come back around. We move it out to our left side, rotate it in, and do our 3 solitary warrior salutations. Mr. Tracy does 4 of these pushes in the video that we later show. I've also seen variations where people do 3. This set itself, we continue on the right side with the symmetrical movements, but in this set itself, the format is 3, 5, 7, and 9s of the movement counts, so you could continue with that pattern with 3 of the pushes here. 1, 2, and then of course 3, or you could do as Mr. Tracy does in the later video with 4. There's going to be some slight variations depending on people's style and movements and of course how they were taught. Roll the back fist over to a chamber, heel, toe, heel, come to a square horse, we bend down, complete inhale, exhale as we're placing our fingers up, left hand over right, cross down right over left, open, the hands come up to a dual solitary warrior position, pushing 3 times. 2. Then on the third one, we go to Panther claws. We're clawing up, then clawing down. Once that happens, we cross the hands left over right in fists, open them, intentionally look to the left to push. Remember, that's a forearm stretch, and the exhale should happen as we push. Right over left, push, left over right. So again, the theme of 3 here, or odd number signatures. Left foot moves, we go into our opening cowl style motion, into a forward soft, vertical outward with a thrust punch. Chinese hidden foot with the right, and we're going to continue with that theme of 3 sequential movements of cup and saucer to opening cowl style motions with that vertical outward and thrust punch. Come up to the square horse here and right thrust punch. There's 1. Square horse to the side with the left vertical fist. Here's our second square horse with the right thrust punch. Our second vertical fist on the left side, and 3. Then we start the same movements, but we go backwards, trying to get to a position of returning to our origin. And here comes our 5th or final thrust punch from the right side in a square horse. And we go in a similar fashion, but to our left side, a square horse and solitary warrior push, chambering just as our Ginglai bow, and then we return backwards off of that. Push, square horse again, and push. Now we're going to essentially, it's a block, but it looks very similar to a fighting stance, into a rising block and traditional uppercut with a forward soft bow 3 times. After this, we go into our smothers. So we're driving straight down as we step back into forward soft bow positions, and then the third. We follow up with a right hammer fist to the groin, while bowing, left hammer fist to the groin. Come forward and pausing into a cup and saucer cat stance for a moment, into our Chinese swing. We swing around here. We add the strikes here. Pivot on the heel, then the toe to try to get the correct footwork in the fighting stance to return to a right side fighting stance. Left hook to deflect, and 5 punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it should conclude with a right straight punch into a square horse stance facing 12. We end up doing the Panther set universal blocks to our right side, then our left in hard bows this time. Coming up for our vertical butterfly strikes with a claw position with our hands. That was 130, now 1030. Then dual claws towards 130, left hand, right hand. And then we draw the right foot to a cat stance as we claw with the left and cup and saucer style. Claw the face, return, we're stomping the ground similar to snapping the rod. This is a right front snap kick, left punch, step forward with your left foot, and right thrust punch. We're going to 130 now, in a forward soft, rising block, and take note that it's a straight wrist uppercut, and then buckling the knee as we come in. Now we're going back towards 730. We're essentially taking every 45-degree angle here. And then finally, for our fourth position here, towards 430, we buckle the knee. Now here we put right hand on top. You'll see in the video Mr. Tracy does left. Chinese hidden foot to dual back fists, like Stone Warrior. And then rising block and hammer fist again. And now this section is 3 rising blocks and uppercuts as we do our forward soft. From here, we do our hooks again, right hand for 1, left hand for the second one, and as we step back, we thrust punch right and right, left and left, meaning right hand and right foot. Step up to a cat stance and cup and saucer. We're going out to 3 o'clock for a back fist and thrust punch. Draw to a cat stance, cup and saucer, back fist, thrust punch, and a third time. 1, 2. Now our back foot, being our left foot, draws to a Chinese hidden foot. We come around facing 9 o'clock. We do our Chinese swing, crescent step, Chinese swing. Then finally our left leg does that final step in, crescent step, Chinese swing. We step square first, open hand universal block to the right side, left. Draw the left foot to a cat stance as we conclude the Ginglai salutation and complete the set.
The book set is the Panther set. The book set starts with a formal salutation. These are long arm movements that will be incorporated into theme and variation. The pushes are done 4 times. Opposite side, notice it comes through the center line. The hand is turned over, the circle is reversed, straight out from the shoulder, 4 pushes coming from the shoulder. A left punch, right punch, folding under, 1 on the feet, drop low, bring both hands up, turn them over, cross in front, wipe, hands are reversed, and the pushes. 3 pushes, claws, pull back, rip down, cross tight, open, look in the direction you push. 1, back, cross, push. Notice the pushing hand is always on the outside. You look in the direction. Shift, repeated 3 times with a block punch from the horse to the bow, from the horse to the bow, repeated coming back. Step into the horse, the shift to the bow, straight punch. Low, solid horse, side punch, square, repeated, 1 more time, going back, repeated. Side punch, side horse, straight, side, straight. Coming off square. Inverted punch, heel palm. Push, notice only 3 on this one. The push, back to the square horse. Notice the double block with the open hands. Pivot into the uppercut and block, the bow, uppercut and block bow, 3 times. Smother as you go back. Smother as you go back, repeated 3 times. Strike to the groin, soft bow, strike to the groin, stepping out. Turning the handle, double strike, spin out. Step forward, hook block. 5 punches, 2, 3, 4, step back on 5. The hooks and the butterflies, the full bow, the setting. Hook, reverse. Sighting of the hands, turn the butterfly with the bow. The hands turn over. Claw, claw, cat. Forearm, snapping the rod, feet snap together. Kick, opposite foot and hand, plant down, punch. Uppercuts and bows to the four corners. Repeated, notes the bow, note the reversal of the hand on each. The hands cross come together. Cross out. Pivot, block, and strike. Uppercut and block. Uppercut and block. Uppercut and block. Smother, smother, step back, punch. Punch, punch, repeated 3 times. Step forward, back knuckle punch, repeated 3 times. And coming back with the Chinese swings. And off the last Chinese swing, the salutations, 1, 2, coming to the final foot movement, ending with a formal salutation, the Panther set.